culture is rising. Geek culture is rising. Geek culture is rising. And you look out onto the audience at a lot of your favorite conventions, so sci-fi, anime, comics, and you see every color, every age, every shape, every size. And you often don't see that reflected in the guest lists. You don't often see that reflected in the panels and presentations at cons that have so much diversity.
What really appealed to us about Blerdcon is that it was focused specifically on diversity, and diversity of all flavors, whether it be of race, of gender, and just giving something different to the overall comic and geek culture.
There's a lot more panels that are specialized. For instance, I think there was like the importance of Black gamer girls in the gaming community, which is like incredibly very specific panel.
And I asked myself, and I asked other people, are there other conventions that kind of specialize in this and on this scale and of this type? And the answer kept coming back, no, so where is our 24-hour con that's in the hotel with multiple fandoms and panels and screenings and things like that? And I said, well, it doesn't exist, somebody ought to create that. Even though the theme of Blerdcon, which is literally the fusion of black and nerd into one word, is the thematic foundation of Blerdcon, we have welcomed all constituencies, the LGBTQ community, the Latina community, we even have veterans, the disabled community here. Blerd culture is geek culture in a lot of ways, and geek culture is basically literally existing and thinking outside of the box.
This is my Kajinka Barbarian Snorlax. Snorlax is from Pokemon. And I decided, I was like, hey, he's kind of like the best Pokemon in there. So what would be unique about, doing a Pokemon? I was like, armor. Absolutely armor.
This next round, we got Miss Anita out as Barbarian Snorlax. Give it up!
80 hours later, here we are with this cosplay and to win, showmanship.
I was in the military for a while. Then I did a few years in and out of hospitals and stuff. My son told me that since I used to be autistic, it would probably be a good idea for me to start building stuff and doing this stuff. And I blew him off for a while. And finally one night I typed in cosplay. And I saw what people were doing and I'm like, you know what, I gotta try this. Blerdcon really appealed to me because their motto was inclusively exclusive or exclusively inclusive.
I really do see a lot of acceptance for whoever wants to cosplay. I've seen men as women and women as men. I've cosplayed a few times. And a lot of my cosplayers as well, or cosplay friends, are variants in what kind of people they are.
Your creative contribution, your interest, the things that you're into are valid. You're valid because there's a whole community of people who share your perspective, share your experience. Then come out to an event like this.
Most people, because they're used to other conventions, they'll tend to go towards things that they can recognize, like DC and Marvel characters and that kind of thing. And so they'll come to our booth and see that it's different. And you can see the curiosity, when you look at them.
To say that we're creating a space for people who are underrepresented does not mean that it's synonymous with excluding everyone else. So we're open to everyone. We have vendors from all different backgrounds here. We have cosplayers from all different backgrounds. We have people of different sexual orientations, and everyone is here. We're enjoying each other. We're all nerding out together.
And it is good for people to see. It's good for everybody to see. Not just people of color, but the other, because we all benefit. If you make a soup with one ingredient, that's gonna be the worst soup you ever had. Now, no matter if you pick the best ingredient in it, but you put everything in it, all the good things, and that soup is awesome.
Feel validated, see yourself reflected in the future as people who are big members of industry, celebrities, artists, creatives, who look like you, share your background. And hopefully that's going to encourage that next generation to keep at it and keep being themselves and be individuals and not conformists. I mean, we promote a lot of conformity in this country. You know, don't stand out, don't be outside of the norm. And I think geek culture runs directly contrary to that. And there's a lot of potential in that, and I'm hoping that we take advantage of it here.
Don't let anybody tell you can't do this because you're young, or your gender, or your ethnicity, your race, or you're too fat for this, or that. Do I look like Tony Stark or anybody? No. I don't look like Iron Man at all, but I am the Iron Merman.